table setup. The table is stored underneath the sofa here. Down comes, this is the table leg, and on the bottom shelf you'll actually find the table top. And there's two parts of the tabletop depending on how you set it up. This piece we'll come to in a moment. This here. So you'll notice on the table base there's this little knob sticking out, and that drops into this bayonet sort of fitting on the base. Just put the table legs just so it's resting like that, and then give it a slow turn and it will engage, and it screws down snug. So not really tight, but you know, snug. And for the table itself, there's 3 different configurations that you can use. If you put the post in the middle, this is the default. And again, it's not quite in the middle, so if you put it on this side, the table is going to shift this way, so when you're sitting, it's a little bit closer to you. So that's one way if you're sitting, you want to sit next to your partner for dinner. The other way that we use this table is when cooking and you need a little extra counter space, or dishes, whatever, so now you've got extra counter space all around you. And the third way we use it is using this end piece. This is the way we usually use it. So this is the one on here. And before we get to that, this is where this piece comes in. And you'll notice that there's a notch. This notch is actually going to fit into here once it's installed. And this little notch on the bottom hooks into a bar which is down inside here. So being careful not to hook anything. You can feel it sort of clicking there. Goes back, follow the arrow. It's ready to go. And now we're going to put the table onto the forward mounted holder. It fits in better on that one. And then just make sure it drops into the base under the table. There, and now we've got a table sitting like this. Enjoy your beverage, or we turn sideways to eat dinner. It's pretty comfortable and it gets out of the way, and if you want to watch TV, it's pretty handy for that. That's it for the table. One more thing, there is the same base in the bedroom in the back if you want to sit back there and work on your computer or do whatever. We don't actually use that very often, but it is available. Thanks.
And just another note, if the post seems to keep turning and turning and turning when you're trying to put it into the base, Mark will demonstrate that. Troubleshooting.
This comes out this way. Yeah, so this is a screw on this piece right here. So as it turns, it loosens and tightens. So tightening it when you turn it clockwise is going to tighten it, and turn it counterclockwise loosens it. So every once in a while, so especially sometimes if you're not straight up and down, if you're on an angle and you're trying to tighten it, it's not actually engaging, it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter as you try and tighten it. So in that case, unscrew this out a little bit, so there's, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so. And then, like I said, the easiest way to make this fit is just let it sit there and rest normally, and then give it a short little turn and you'll feel it engage. It's not tight here, but it's engaged. I can't lift it straight out. That's it. And when you are, this middle one here is not quite as secure as the front one, so you'll might notice it's a little bit wobbly. Be careful you don't spill your drinks. And the other thing I just want to mention, when it's up here and you're getting up, try to push in the middle of the table if you need help standing up. Don't push on the edge because you're torquing this bottom plate a fair amount, and we don't want it to come out of the table. Thanks for watching the table demonstration. The last thing I want to mention is if you want to rotate or set up the table in a different way, for example, if you want to move it out here, instead of just leaving it on here and twisting it, please just give it a gentle wiggle, pull it off, and reset it the way you want it to be. If you rotate it, it's going to either screw that base in or the leg very, very tight, or it's going to totally unwind it and you'll have trouble getting it together next time. So if you want to change it, little wiggle straight up. And then this one comes on. Put it into the base. There we go. Good to go.